So today we'll be discussing about the topic that is yoga from the book of Swami Vivekananda ji, whose title is The Teachings of Swami Vivekananda ji. So today we'll be discussing with this chapter, we'll be forwarding toward with this chapter called yoga. And in the whole video we'll just be discussing this only topic. So let's start with what is yoga. So, yoga means union with God or the true divine nature within us. It's a path to control mind and body and realize our inner divinity. So, again, as I've said in each and every video, or you can say in each and every topic of this, you can say the book, it always talks about how you can, realize yourself, how you can discover who you are, how you can, you can say take a path to understand that there is no essential difference between you and the god. So again, the topic, this is a path where you can say, you can realize the god within yourself, you can realize your true self. So this is what we call as yoga. Okay, it's a path where after following which we can realize the god, we can realize the real hero, you can say the one we call as god. Okay, next, goal of the yoga. So what is its goal? Again, the same thing, to manifest the divinity already present in each soul by mastering both the internal and external nature. So here it is, the main goal is to manifest the divinity which is present in us already. It is just the time that we need to realize it, that yes, it is there. So this leads to freedom, or in Hindi we call it as moksha. Now, there are four paths of yoga. Okay, so let's talk about the four main types of yoga, or you can say the four paths of yoga, following which you can realize the divinity, the real divinity, and your inner divinity too. Now, first is the Karma Yoga, which is the path of action and selfless service. So, yes, this is the first, you can say, form of yoga, or one of the main form of yoga. The second one is Bhakti Yoga, that is path of love and devotion to God. Third is Raj Yoga, path of meditation and mind control. Fourth is Gyan Yoga, that is path of knowledge and wisdom. I hope you've understood the four types of yogas that you can use, any one of them, and can reach the highest goal of each and every being, which is to discover themselves, or which is to find the God. Next, the common goal. Yes, of course, it's the same for all the paths. All these paths lead to the same destination, that is realizing the God within. So you have, you would be kind of realizing this, that in each and every point that I'm trying to speak, it's all about realization of the God, right? Now, yoga is not about escape. Yes, it's not something which is like you have to, just follow or just believe on. It's something called as an action. You take an action and you get the results. It's something that you should, be like experiencing if you're doing it. So even if one doesn't follow all yogas, one can reach the perfection by following just one single path. Next point is non detachment, or you can say the non attachment. So, true yoga requires letting go of the ego and worldly pressures. Yes, we have already discussed this. You can say the word called as renunciation. So, this also talks about renunciation, that is letting go of your ego, of your jealousy, the internal nature also, as well as the worldly pleasures, that is the external nature. Next is vairagya, also called as renunciation, right? So, renouncing or letting go of the worldly pleasures and focusing on the divine is the turning point in yoga. Yes, that's what I've explained already. Okay. Next is concentration. The power of concentration of the mind is central to all the types of yoga. This, of course, it's very important for your mind to be concentrated into something that you're doing. Either if you're following any path of yoga or you're doing something else, some other work. If you have the concentration, you'll be able to understand, or you'll be able to do the work very well. Next is ojas, or the spiritual energy. Okay, so ojas is a term which is used to describe the spiritual energy. All energies in a body can be transformed into ojas. Okay, that is the highest spiritual energy. It requires celibacy. Celibacy is a word which means brahmacharya in Hindi, or avoiding any sexual activity. So it requires celibacy, then self control and mental discipline also. So it's important for us to do these three things, okay, or to follow these three things, to make or to convert the energies present inside us into the ojas, which is the highest spiritual energy, we can say. Next is, yoga and science. So, yoga is seen as the science of human perfection, not a blind faith. It aims to develop ideal human being by transforming the energy and the thoughts. Now, there is no room for mystery in the yoga if you see this properly, because here is like you have to take the action, and yes, you're going to get the goal, or you'll be able to see the truth. Yoga is not about secrecy, or you can say the superstition that people believe on. It's a clear practical path to the truth which most of the people are trying to achieve. Now there is a very important, you can say, a thought, a line which is written in this, in this topic in the book, that says a true yogi sees himself in all beings and all beings in himself. So, yes, again, the same thing which we have discussed earlier also in many videos, that you have to see the God inside you along with the people who are there around you, or along with, all the beings which are there in this world. So, that is the true yogi. Next, of course, I hope you understand about yoga. Yogi means someone, a person, or an individual who is trying to follow the path of yoga is said to be yogi. And a true yogi is the one who has the ability to see the God in himself and in also the beings which are around him, or the worldly, all the beings who are there. Now, next point, a lifelong journey. Yes, yoga is said to be a lifelong journey. It's not a game or a temporary hobby. It's a lifelong practice, you can say, which aims for the union with the divine. Now, the final realization that you can say, you should remember from this chapter is that the goal is to experience oneness with the divine, and this is the highest truth and the freedom called as moksha in Hindi. So I hope you've understood about this topic called yoga, and I again wish to remind you, I'll definitely remind you the three, no, not the three, but the four. The four important paths of yoga include Karma Yoga, that is the path of action and selfless service. Second is Bhakti Yoga, that is path of love and devotion to the God. Third is Raj Yoga, that is path of meditation and mind control. And fourth is Gyan Yoga, that is path of knowledge and wisdom. Let me also try to explain you these four paths, okay, in simple words, so that you will be able to understand that what work or what action you need to take in following these four paths. So first is the Karma Yoga, as the name suggests. It is talking about to do work, okay, to take the action which is necessary for you, and also that action that you take, it should be selfless. That means your own selfish motive should not be hidden somewhere. When you're doing something in a selfless way, when you're not you can say actually thinking about yourself but the individuals present in front of you, if you're thinking about them and then doing the work, that is you're providing a selfless service. So that is a path which can lead you, to realize the God, the real self, okay, to realize the divinity already which is there in you. Second is Bhakti Yoga. So you must have heard of, many people who do bhakti. That means who sing songs, who, you can say, who actually, you can say, realize the God, in their dreams or in front of them, who have the ability to, form the pictures which are already there. You must have heard about Mirabai. You must have heard about, you can say, Kabir Das, right? So these were like, you can say, bhakts, right? They follow the Bhakti Yoga. They follow the path, in which they were totally, you can say, devoted to the God, and they had the love to the God. So they remember the God every day, you can say, in the most of their life. This is what they did. That is, were devoted to the God. They were, they were remembering them. So they had the ability to realize him also, they had the ability to see him also, they had the ability to understand the divine power, to understand that he and them, they are not same, they are totally, you can say, the same person or the same being. Now, third is Raj Yoga. So, that is path of meditation and mind control. So, by controlling your own mind, by controlling your thoughts, by controlling your, you can say, the things which is there in your mind, you have the ability to realize the God which is there inside you. Next is Gyan Yoga. That is path of knowledge and wisdom. So when you have the ability to understand, when you actually read many scriptures or many Vedas, that means when you have the knowledge of the things which are there, when you have the knowledge that how you can actually realize the God, and how can you actually make this possible. Or for example, we are here, you can say, trying to understand this, we are here trying to discover ourselves. So it is us, we are actually on the path of Gyan Yoga, you can say a little bit of it, because we're just reading this book for a small period of time, or short period of time. We can say that we are on this path, that is of Gyan Yoga, because we are trying to gain the knowledge, and through our wisdom we are able to understand the real divinity, or the real divine thing which is there. So we already understood about it, right? So this is, you can say, these were the four forms of yoga. So I hope you've understood about this yoga, and I hope to meet you in the next video. Till then, take care and have a nice day.